Good morning. Good morning. Happy Bank Holiday Monday. Good morning. Is anybody there yet? Have we gone live? Good morning. Everybody, come on in. It's a beautiful sunny Bank Holiday Monday here in England. Welcome to the party. Lucy, I know you're there. I hope you're there. Our friend Lucy's in the building with us this morning. Do me a favour, Lucy. Just do us a favour and send me a text, Luce, just to let me know that the sound is okay. That'd be brilliant. Good morning, everybody. Oh, first sign of life. Hello there. Lovely to have your company. I was wondering how many people would turn up on a Bank Holiday Monday. I had a feeling that there'd be a few of us not going to the beach and not going to the parks. NTW, none the wiser. Nobody knows what's going on, do we? And it looks to me like the whole, I don't know what's happening at number 10 Downing Street. It just has turned into a political pissing contest, really, hasn't it? So, you know what? We just circle the wagons, think. We know what's right, don't we? Of course we do. We know when to be sensible. We know what to do. So let them get on with it. And just for today, let's just hang out together and have a really good doodle session. Do you like my shirt? Look at this. Whoa! Hey, that should give you a clue where we're going. Hey, bright or what? Come on in. Good morning. I tell you what, when I bought this, I bought it for the telly because I thought it'd be nice and bright. And when it arrived, it was a mail order thing. When it arrived, I thought, blimey. Can't wear that's a bit too. It's silky as well. It's shiny, and I thought it looks more like one of them pajamas, isn't it, that you'd wear when you go on holiday somewhere exotic. So I parked it anyway. I thought I can't wear that. I could wear it to bed and frighten Dave, but that would be about it. And then I thought I'll save it for a special occasion, and today is just that day. Come on in. Good morning. It is a little bit loud, isn't it? Do you know what I love? On the sleeve, I noticed it this morning, it says love. Isn't that nice? Love. Yeah, I've got love sleeves on the cuffs. I love it. Well, I don't know, love it. I'll grow to love it. Yeah. So bright and breezy, come on in. Guess where we're going? The clue's in the shirt. The clue's in the shirt. Any ideas? Come on, give it your best shot. Have you got your drinks? Have you got your coffee? Have you got your tea? Sound is perfect. Thank you, Luce. That's perfect for me too. Good. 2 minutes to 10. Come on, let's have a quick drink before everyone else arrives. There's plenty of seats over in this corner. I'm really, really looking forward to this week. I hope you are too. And I was so chuffed yesterday. Saturday I started working on the plan, the itinerary, and I thought, oh no, I drew this fella and I thought, no, I'm not keen on him. And I thought, who'd want to draw him? He's frightening. I'll show you later. Anyway, and then yesterday, so I must have gone to bed and percolated, as you do, you know. And then Sunday morning, I woke up full of beans and I thought, I've got it. I had it in my mind's eye then, I had it in my head. And then I doodled away, because obviously, if I'm the designated drawer, I've got to have a rough idea where we're going to doodle go. Come on in, good morning. So I got up straight away to yesterday and I drew it and I nailed it and I was so chuffed. And I wished that we could have got together yesterday because I was so excited. And I hope that you like where we're going. Let's have a look. Any ideas yet? Come on, the shirt will give it away. We could have a little sing-song. Come on, it's 1 minute 2. Right, ready? You've got to go, hang on. A wumba way, a wumba way, a wumba way. Go, 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 go. A wumba way, a wumba way, a wumba way. And then I start, in the jungle, the mighty jungle. And you're going, wumba way, a wumba way, a wumba. And then I go, the lion sleeps tonight, a wumba way. Do you remember? Yes, that's where we're headed. That's where we're going. A wumba way, a wumba way. I've been singing it all weekend. Getting in the vibe, getting in the mood. We're going to have a good time. and we'll learn some things and we'll challenge ourselves. And at the end of it, at the end of the week, when we all come back after our trip, we'll feel better for it. We'll feel better for it. Okay, let's have a look. Is it 10 o'clock? It certainly is. It's 10 o'clock. Happy Bank Holiday Monday. Welcome to the SHAC. Safe, happy and creative. Stay home and craft. How is everybody? Have you had a good weekend? We've had some really windy weather, but it's glorious today. Not a cloud in the sky here in Crowborough. Where are you today? Where are you today? Same place you were yesterday, I guess. But it's okay, you know. It's fine. We adapt, don't we? We adapt. And we circle the wagons and we hang out together. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. This too shall pass. We just got to stay safe, hang out together, lean on each other a little bit. There's a banging little community going on here in the SHAC. I love it. I love it. It's really good. It's good for me. It must be good for you too. And so today, are you ready? Strap in, because we're going to Africa, in case you hadn't realised. And before I show you the picture, right, that we're going to draw today, this is kind of a little bit. Do you remember when we did the geisha? I don't say, don't remind me, because I remember the geisha. You at the beginning it was, I can't draw that, I'll never be able to do that, la la la. And then by the end, the geishas, and we had such a fantastic time in Japan. Don't you remember? So, promise me that you're not going to go, I can't, as soon as I see it. You're going to say in your head, I can. All right? It's important. And just as we did with the geisha, there's a safety net. There is a safety net. And yesterday, we sorted out Gemini, we sorted out a digi-download for you, just like we did with the geisha. Do you remember? So that afterwards, you can print out a picture, exactly like the one I'm drawing, my original. Okay? And so then that means that if you really don't enjoy, and your geisha, your tribal, what we're going to do, it doesn't appeal to you, right? Which is, you know, but give it a go. Give it a go, just for the hell of it. What you got to lose? It's a pencil. That's all you need. Well, hey, a pencil and a piece of paper. That's all we need. HB pencil, bit of copy paper. Right, you ready? That's all we need. That. Oh, and I'll tell you what you might want to use is a ruler, just so that we can get the size right. Yeah? Just get the size right. We're going to have such a good time. Right, you ready? Let's have a look at what we're going to do then, shall we? Ta-da! There's my African family. Okay? Mum, daughter, dad. And if you wanted to make them all three girls, you just got to change his legs a little bit. Woohoo! You've just got to change his legs a little bit because they're a little bit beefy, right? So that's it really. That's where we're headed. Young mum, young child, young dad. Or it could be grandmother, mother, daughter, 3 generations. It's entirely up to you, okay? This would work for a daughter too, or a mum, yeah? The thing is, if you look at it, you'll see it's lovely, isn't it? I'm so pleased with it. And I know that you can do it. And what's interesting is, let's just have a little recap, because the folds in her dress are just like the geisha, just a little bit different. The pot's going to be a piece of cake. Right, the spear, you know we did arrows, didn't we? So this is going to be easy street. Then if we look up here, if we go into his headdress, then you'll see you've got all the feathers. Check it out, we did the feathers. Let's go up close so you can see it. Right? It's a really lovely doodle. Well, it's an illustration, really, isn't it? You like? You like? I love. Look. Huh? Feet. Oh, no, not feet. Yeah, well. So, that's what we're going to do today. We're going to draw these three characters. And I know it's a challenge. The geisha was a challenge as well. But we need to put them on the page in the right place so that then, and if they take 2 days, who cares? We're going to Africa, right? And we're going to learn things. And I've said it once, I'll say it again. If I can do it, you can do it. Yeah? If I can do it, you can do it. That's the truth. And I've already done it, so I'm just going to guide you and give you a couple of tricks and tips. Yeah? For me, having to find it in my head, that was a little bit more of a challenge, but we're there. Yeah? I've got it now. I always see, it's just, I always see the same, when I look at my pictures, I just see it's the same sort of design, really. You know, I've got a flavour, I suppose, that's come over the years, and you will develop your flavour. So, if we take a piece of copy paper, are you ready to rock and roll? Are we going to go for it? And I'm leaving her here right now, because this is where we're going to go. Right, you ready? Okay, it's easy. It's easy. Africa. Right, we're going to do the bowl, then the head, then the neck, then the shoulders, then we're going to come down, do the dress, right? Then we'll do the arms, and then we'll do the feet. Okay, just like that. Then when we've done her, we'll go to the little girl, and we'll go again, do the hat, do the face, do the bowl. Right, so this is the way we go. She's first, then the little girl, then dad. Right, 1, 2, 3. And if you look at this is a piece of A4 copy paper, just to get your bearings. Come on, stretch yourself. Stretch yourself. Do you the power of good. It will do you the power of good. And what we're going to do is we're going to leave about, so just so that you get it, right, for the centre, the feet, let's just say, if you look at the ruler here, you're looking at about, you want to give yourself, if that's the edge there, just give yourself about, look, you can see, that's going to be the top of the bowl, right? And then her feet are going to be about there. Just give yourself that kind of guide, right? So otherwise they get too big, see? So if you put the top of the bowl there, so that's going to be about, I don't know, 4.5, say 2 inches, 2 inches from the top, yeah? 4.5 centimetres, something like that. And then down the bottom, it's about 1.5 inches from the bottom. So you're going to you're looking at this area here. So from the top of her bowl until the bottom of her feet, she's about 14 centimetres. 14 centimetres. It's got to be about 6 and something inches. Yeah? I reckon that's about 6.5 inches. 14 centimetres. Probably about, call it 6 or 7 inches. About that height. Okay? Lucy's here to help you. She will guide you. And do you know what? Even if you just give it a go and then at the end you think, nah, that was a great experience, right? Do you remember the geisha? Right, well, here you go. He's all ready to be downloaded. Clarity SHAC Live. There you go. We've already got it. It's all ready. Your safety net's all in place. It's just not available quite yet. And that's not because I'm teasing you. It's because I really think you'll enjoy, you'll have fun trying it. Okay? So the first thing we want to do is, let's do the bowl. So the bowl's going to come to about here, isn't it? That's where her head's going to be. She's not that big, see? Look. So we'll do the bowl about here. Ready? And then we'll get to about there, and then we'll put the head about there. I'm going to put the head about there. About there. If I put the head about there, and then I'll bring the bowl in about there. It's quite a big bowl. I mean, that necklace, I reckon that necklace, if that bowl is full, then that necklace is not a necklace, that is scaffolding, okay? Because she couldn't. That's a hell of a bowl. So you may want to tone your bowl down a little bit. I do know it's a little bit on the large side, okay? But it's art, okay? So we're going to put our bowl in, like that. There, this isn't too hard, is it? And go lightly with the pencil, and then we're going to come in like so that it's that way. You're looking at it like up, like so, yeah. Right, and I'm gonna press quite hard, only so that you can see what I'm doing, right? Only so you can see what I'm doing. I wouldn't press this hard if I were you. I'm just doing this so that you can see it. Okay? Because I've already done it. Right. And then, for example, on the bowl, we could put a little pattern. So you could just do a couple of, look, these are going to be fantastic opportunities for doodles, aren't they? Hey? I mean, how you doing? But we've got the bowl. That's not too hard, is it? I'm picturing you at home, and I love it. I love you, and I love it because I know the way you straight away you go, oh no, that's impossible. I've just got to roll my sleeves up. But the trouble is, this is such a shiny shirt. It won't stay up. Hang on. Just got to roll my sleeves up. Come on, give you a chance to get your bowl in. It's such a shiny shirt. It won't stay up properly. It's getting warm in the SHAC, you see? It's a lot hotter in the jungle, though. Come on, we're going to have a good time today. What else are you going to do? Watch the news? What for? I don't care where Cummings went or drove. You know, that's Cummings' problem, not my problem. Sounds like a Cummings problem, not a Barbara Gray problem. We've got other things to worry about, haven't we? Don't worry about him. Just worry about our SHAC. Okay? Right. Now, so we've done our bowl, and now we're going to do our head. So, right, little head, because the bigger the head, the bigger the body. Right? So think about perspective here. So we'll do a little head, and we've got to put a little bit of we're going to put a bit of a headdress on her, like that. And then we'll do a little face, like really nice little face. So it's a little, an egg. Right, that didn't go so well. It's only because I'm trying to explain it while I'm doing it. Right, do a kind of an egg, like that. Just an egg. It doesn't matter if it overlaps the bowl. That's fine. Right, so do your little egg, like that. And then do your head wrap, because she's wearing a head wrap. So you remember when you were, I don't know if you doodled like this. When I was a kid at school, this is what I always got into trouble for. I used to do this doodle all the time. Let me show you. It was this one where you go like that, like a Henry VIII or Queen Elizabeth I's. You know that one? And so when you do her head dress, all I'm doing is like a random one of them, just going backwards and forwards. That's how that will work. So that's a really good way to create this kind of effect. So you're going to go like that, and then just give yourself a little, she needs a little bit of a headdress, doesn't she? Right? So then the bowl part, you knock that out. That's why we use pencil, isn't it? You know that, right? So this is some bowl, isn't it? She must have some kind of structure on her head. We might have to put something in to be able to balance that up. Years of practice, that is. What do you think she's got in there? If it's water, it's not a very good construction, is it? Right, so we're going to put her head in. Right, nice head. We worry about the shape of her face afterwards. She needs ears, so give her a couple of ears, because we're going to put some really lovely earrings in there, right? Big hoop earrings. Okay. We can worry about them afterwards. Then we're going to bring the neck in. Nice neck. Long, slender neck. She's a long, slender African tribeswoman. Okay, beautiful woman. She's a very beautiful African tribeswoman. And she's, yeah, there you go. So we put her ears in. Put a big hoop earrings in. Okay. And then, right, so that's that. And then we're going to put a neck in. Nice long neck. And then she's quite slender. So we bring her down like so. And then we're going to, look, see? Can you see this all right? Are we cool with this? I could come in a little bit tighter. Now you've got the kind of the, let's come in a little bit tighter, because you're going to have the, there you go. You know now what, oh, not that far. You know pretty much where she stays. where they sit on the paper now, don't you? So I can, you've got it on the A4 idea. That's why I had to be panned out so you could see that. Now we can get in a little bit closer. So we've got her neck, right? And the neck, we're going to put those rings around her neck like that. See? So that'll be nice. Now comes the body. So what we're going to do is, can I make a suggestion as well, right? Because the dress is going to come down to about here. On mine, the dress comes down to about there. If that's sort of the floor area, where the floor is going to be, like there, like that, right? I'm leaving the gap for her feet. Because I thought it would be good, it's just a suggestion, I thought it would be really good to learn how to draw feet. We had a little taster on the feet. We don't have to do the hands. If you look at this, you'll notice there are no hands. Hands are quite tricky. We did really simple hands on the geisha. But I thought we could have a go at feet, because then if you don't want to do feet, or you don't like feet, some people are a bit funny about feet. If you don't like feet, then just make her dress a bit longer. Just make her dress touch the ground. It's easy, you know. Tricks and tips. If you don't want to do the feet, then make the gown come all the way down to the floor. If you want to try the feet, then hike the dress up a little bit, right? We're not going to do all the legs, just the feet, just at the bottom, okay? Come on, you can do it. Right, so that's going to be, let's just make a line there, and then we know that that's going to be where the dress is going to stop. Because what you're doing now is you're moving towards that. And it's quite easy now. Don't worry about all the detail. What we're going to do now is we're just going to come in like so. Look, just come in, like make a wrap like this. Every single one of these is going to be unique. So make a little wrap, see, like that, around her shoulders. So her shoulders go in there like that, and then the wrap comes around like that. And then we're going to make the dress. So her shoulders, bring it down like so, right? So these are the sleeves as well. Why make it more complicated than it needs to be? Okay, and then what I want you to do, don't worry about all the different folds, just go from there, from where the sleeve is, just come all the way down, come in slightly, go in lightly first, because this depends on how slim you want it to be, right, and then come down. So you're going to come in like that, and then down you go. Have a look. And then in here as well, right, in we go, and then get to the hips, down you go. And then there's like that, see? So the dress now, there you go. So you've got the basic shape of the dress then, see? It's not hard. Look, in we go. And if you want to make her slimmer, a bit sexier, then just keep bringing in that edge there, right? That's up to you. Right, and then once you've got that, is that okay? You've got that sort of shape then, you know where you're going. Right, so we've got a basic shape. How are we doing? Are we cool with this? It's all right, isn't it? It's about breaking it down. When you look at something like this, you go, never going to happen. But when you start breaking it down, you do the pot, you do the head, you do the neck, you do the arms, you start like bit by bit by bit by bit. It's actually very, very achievable. And there's nothing here that we haven't already done. We've done this, except she was Japanese, now she's African. Okie dokie. So now, what we're going to do now is going to halfway down, about here, start making layers. Because this is a doodle session, what we want to do, you see, is start giving ourselves opportunities. So this is quite long. If you wanted to make it a bit shorter, you can make it shorter. It's entirely up to you, right? So if that's her hip there, see? Then I can come down a bit further, and then I can make another one. See, I can make this dress longer. It's entirely up to you where you want to bring the dress, the folds in. I'm going to make her a little bit, make the bottom one a bit longer. That's what I want to do. So I'm going to come in like that on that one. So it's like on her hip, if you like. So she's got a bit of a hip thing going. and then I'm going to come down like that until to there, and then this one is going to be like that, right? So this one's a little bit bigger. So now we come in and we go in and out. See? So this is going to be there. How's that? That's not my head in the way, is it? So I've got that one now. So I've got that one, and now the third one. Now it's up to you. Do you want it to be that big? It's quite wide, isn't it? If you don't want it to be that wide, then you can start to trim it back a little bit. Do you remember, like with the geisha, it was really tiny? I don't want it to be that wide because I want to leave a bit of gap for the girl, the little daughter. There you go, you see? So you go like that and you bring that round there, and then this is going to come down like so. I want it to come down. And then this one can go up because her leg's going to be there. I want her leg there and her foot here. There you go. Not so bad. So when you come through, if you imagine she had no clothes on, imagine where her body is. So you comes round, it's logical, isn't it? Comes round, there's her boobs, then it comes around, there's her waist, there's her hips, and then she's got these long legs, and they go, so it would come to about there. That would be exactly right. Do you see what I mean? And then the leg would come down here. There we are. So it's logical. You've got that kind of, you've got the shape, haven't you? And with these lovely pleats, they're going to be smashing opportunities. How are you doing? How are you doing? Are you still with me? Are you enjoying yourself? It's going to be all week, okay? Even if it takes 3 days to do each of the characters, it won't. But, you know, it takes as long as it takes. It takes as long as it takes. There are no experts in the building. I've said it before. No experts in the building. Nobody's judging your work. We're all just together, in it together, hanging out as a group of friends. So we're not isolated in our isolation. You know that. We're learning a few tricks and tips. We're learning how to draw an African tribeswoman, a beautiful African tribeswoman. Then we're going to draw her daughter, and then we're going to draw her husband. And if we don't want to draw the husband, then we can draw a grandmother. We can draw her mum, whichever you prefer, okay? And if you don't want to draw feet, that's okay too. Just bring the dress right down to the floor. But if we do want to draw feet, it's quite easy. Let me just show you. If we want to draw the feet now, let's draw this one first. Let's pretend her leg's gone down there like that, and then out comes the foot, right? The leg, and the foot, if it comes down, it's going to be straight, isn't it? Right, so it's going to come down here, and you can see that then the toe, let's just put the toe up like that, like so. And then this one is going to come down. If it was the whole leg, like the leg would be here, and it would come down like so, wouldn't it? Because it would be curved, the calf of the leg, see the calf? Right, and then it would come down like so to where the ankle is, and then it would come out for the heel, right? And then down it comes. That's it, look. And then if you want to come up, if she's got thin legs, you can thin her calf out, you see? But because if you can imagine, it would go all the way up to the top of her leg, right? So you can see exactly, it makes total sense where the dress is, you see? And then she's got a little toe peeping like that. She's standing, and then behind that toe, you put the other toes. And if she, you know, I mean, she walks a lot, and she hasn't got any shoes, because it's nothing worse than walking along a sandy path, and then you keep getting sand in your shoes. So she's not wearing any shoes because it's a lovely warm day, right? And then we put the little toes in like that. There you go. And then there's your foot. She's got quite thick ankles. She's got more delicate feet, right? But there you go. So that's the first thing with the foot. You got it? So you come down. Let's do it in large. This is her dress. You come down straight on the front. The front of your leg is straight, isn't it? So it comes down like so, and then there's obviously where you get to the ankle, there's a bend, right? So the bend is there. So then if I'm doing this in large, Then you're going to come round here like so, sketchy, sketchy. Then there's a heel. So we're going to bring the heel in. I mean, this doesn't happen immediately. I rubbed out and rubbed out and rubbed out. So now there's a heel. Right, now this one, this is the bottom one is the one you want to, so if that's her foot there, if that's her toe, right? So you come round like that, if you like. There's her toe. And then the contour of her foot I would catch the top of that. So this bit here, do you see what I mean? I mean, she's got a hell of a foot. Look at that foot. This is me exaggerating so you can understand how it works. This is not her foot. This is definitely his foot. I mean, you know, if this is her foot. Right. Okay, but she's a lot bigger. She's much bigger than this one, right? So there's her toe like that. Then it comes up like that. And then at the ankle, it goes straight like that. And then behind there are the other toes. Do you see? Just hang it, just peeping over the top. But that's basically the shape of a foot, isn't it? From the side, all right? She's got flat feet as well. She definitely needs orthopedic shoes. There you go, that's better. Okay, now she's got a little bit more of an arch. You give her an ankle if you feel inclined. Right, there you go. Okay, so she really, I was born with big feet. What size shoes have you got? I got 8.5. This is my foot. Right, she's got a really rinky-dink feet. Ah, that's better. Right, so that's her foot. And then the front foot, this is quite easy. It's a triangle. We had a taste of this when we did the... This is all right, actually. I want to bend that down a little bit more, but I can do that in a minute. So let's do the triangular one. Hang on, let me just get this right. So we're going to come down there like that. That's more like it. Big toe, right, and then toes behind like that. That's it. Okay, happier with that one. Okay, right, so that's her foot. Like I say, if you're not happy with the feet, you can always bring the dress down. Right, ankle, and then what we're going to do is make a triangle. So basically what you're doing is you're making a triangle like that. Obviously this is underneath her dress, but you're going to make a triangle that hits the wherever the ground is. And then what you want to do is think about when you're doing the triangle, you want to, it's the big toe first, do the big toe like that, and then the smaller toes, they go away like so, right? So it goes up, an angle. So let's go back to Bigfoot here, right? If this is the dress again, right? Let's go here, right? If you want, this is large now, just so that you can see it, right? If I wanted to put her foot in here, so I'm going to put my triangle in like that. This is huge, by the way, but listen, she's, you know, both feet the same. She was born with both feet the same size. So you've got your triangle like that. You've got your ankle, if you like so. It's quite flat feet. And then what we're going to do is going to put the toe in. Let's put the first big toe, then the little one next to it, next to it, next to it, and next to it. So what you're doing is you've got a kind of an angle like that, because obviously the toes are getting smaller as they go back, aren't they? So there's the top one, smaller, 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 tiny. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, and then you've got your ankle there. There's your toes. There's the base of your feet. Do you see? That's it. Look, easy really, and a little hint of an ankle there. So it's the triangle, big toe, yeah? Smaller, 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 smaller. Boom. And then all of a sudden, you look at this, right? There's a dress. That doesn't look so ridiculous, does it? You see? And give it a bit of a shade underneath her feet. Look. And then the dress comes around there like that. Boom. See? To be continued. There you are, look. And now we could carry. She's got a bit of a fat ankle. If we want to slenderize her a bit, if it were only this simple, hey? Do you want to slenderize her a bit? then just bring this side in a bit. Right, here we go. Right, smaller legs, thinner legs. See? So that's how it works. So, cool, blimey, that is a foot, isn't it? There you go, though. You get it. You get how it works, don't you? Triangle. So that's my triangle there. See, it doesn't have to be, it's only tiny, isn't it? Look how small they are. Look, my fingernail. Rinky dink. And don't forget that there is a digi download. So that means that in a minute, when we're done, we'll get it loaded for you so that you can crack on with us tomorrow. There, she's lovely now. You got it? Not so bad, eh? How you doing? Are you cool with this? The pot's a bit big on that side. I might have to. Tim, in that, look. Biggest selling product at claritystamp.com. It's the rubbers. Isn't that funny? I tell you what I'm encouraged by as well, though, is that so many of you, when I go to Clarity Stamp Facebook page and I see your fantastic artwork, it's like, oh, it's heartening. And that's why I know, without being able to read your comments, because I can't, they're all a blur. So you could be screaming at me now or singing a Woomba way. I don't know. But I know that you're up for the challenge. I just know it. I know that you're cool with this. Okay. Have you got her so far? What's yours look like? Does she look like that? She's lovely. She's a bit armless at the moment. I think we need to give her a pair of arms. So this is easy. And now one of the things that I find difficult personally, and if I do, you will, probably. Oh, that's wrong to assume that. You might be really good at hands. I find hands quite hard. So if you look at my little picture, she's got her hands behind. She's holding her hand behind. She's got her hand on the pot. He's got his hands behind the shield and he's got his hand on the spear behind her pot. So very strategically drawn to avoid hands. I thought, hang on a minute. If we're going to do feet, feet's one thing. Hands is a whole other ball of wax. So feet first and then hands perhaps next time. Okay. Now let's do her arms. So down comes the arm. Right, let's be logical. I did a pottery. I did a statue, didn't I, in pottery? Some of you may be familiar with it. I might bring it down because it's upstairs in the house. I might bring it down this week to show you. But I did her arms so long, they were like down here. Ridiculous, okay? It was art, it's just an arty figure. So that's one arm there. It's quite long, isn't it? But you know what? If you feel it's too long, bring it in a bit further up. See, that looks a bit weird. Can I make a suggestion? When you do this, like I might make the sleeve a bit longer. Maybe make the sleeve a bit longer like that. There you go. When you're doing this, that's better. When you're doing this, look at what you're doing. I know I don't want to sound patronising, but look at what you're doing. Just look at it. Look at it. And you'll see, when you step away, you'll think, yeah, okay. It's all about hand, eye, brain. So the brain has to say, well, hang on a minute, those arms look ridiculously long. And then the hand says, right, hang on a minute, let's bring them in a little bit more. Right, so that one there, that's going to be good. There you go. Maybe out a bit further. Just keep sketching until you're happy with where they are. I struggle sometimes. See? That'll work. And then this one, quite thin, because she's quite skinny, miss, this one. So there's the arm there. Yeah, that works, doesn't it? And there's the arm there. I've got a trick anyway in a minute that's going to take the... You don't need an elbow per se, because she be all right, you watch. And then what we're going to do is make rings. so that in a minute, when we draw, she's got all these bangles. She's got loads of bangles on her arms. And straight away, so we've got an elbow there. That's cool. Right, and then there's bangles on that arm as well. So in a minute, you'll see it changes. It's so much easier. And then we'll have bangles here as well. There's a bangle. See, we're going to be good. Right, bangle, bangle, bangle there as well. Loads of bangles on that arm. And then you'll see when you go to pen it. See, this is the tricky bit, because at the moment we're on the, there you go. Bangles, bangles, and her arms tucked in behind her derriere. There's her hand. Right, we're not doing the hand, are we? How are you doing? Are you happy? Are we all in the building still? Are we all off to Africa? I hope so. How's it looking? Have you got your girl? Have you got your girl done? Yeah? She's not bad, is she? So we've done her. Lips, don't worry about. Don't worry about the face. The face is a challenge. So we could do the face once we've done all the bodies. How are we doing? How are we doing? Are we all right? See, the thing about the Doodle Week, last week we had a lovely colouring, easy street session with the cock-a-doodle-doodle, didn't we? And you know the deal. Then one week we do doodling, and the following week we do colouring. And this week we're on the doodle train again, plane actually, because we're in Africa, and we're away on our travels. And so we're learning some things. We're getting the line art in place. We're doodling the shapes. And then once we've got the outlines, then we go in, don't we? And we put our patterns in. You see, in Africans, look, like my shirt, African, the textiles that they wear and the beautiful robes. I mean, it's glorious, the pattern work and all the different symbolics. Exactly the same as when we were in New Mexico with the Native American Indians, the tribal Africans. They're just beautiful artwork, phenomenal artwork. So why not explore that area? Why not be transported to that part of the world for a week? Hey? And so what we're doing here is we're just establishing the shapes, and we're getting our outline down, and we're learning. This is the stretching part, isn't it? This is the stretch. When we ink it, it'll be easy. So I would suggest that we put the little girl in next. Should we do that? It's 20 to 11. Come on. Should we put the little girl in? Are you comfortable with that, or am I pushing? Am I pushing? I don't think so. I think we could do this. Huh? Let's put the girl in, shall we? Come on then. Girl's next. So she is obviously going to be a bit smaller. So we're going to put the pot in here, about here. Right, so there's the pot, about there. Let's put her head in. And if you look at her arm, the head's going to be about there, isn't it? I want to get her quite close, really. Not too far away. So we'll put the head in there. Little tiny head. And tilt it so it's looking up at Mum. There, see? You can control it a lot by just tilting it a bit. And the tilt is accentuated by where you put the neck. See? So now the head is, the egg is looking up. Yeah? So there you go. So we've got that. And then we're going to do our head wrap again. So we'll worry about that in a minute. Right, and then we're going to put our pot in. So she's got a different shaped pot. And obviously she's not as experienced as Mum. So we're going to put the pot in. Let's just get it in, get her eye in. Right. And she's got to hold it on her head. She's not learned yet to walk no hands. Look, Mum, no hands. Right, so we've got our, that's good. And we've got our little face, and then we're going to cut the ears. She needs the ears so that we can add the necklaces and the earrings preferably. Right, so that's fine. Have you got your head in? Got your pot in. Pot. Grey. Right, that'll do. It's a wobbly pot. But that's why she's got to hold it up with her hand, see? And then, so if you think about it, right, her hand's going to come up like that, isn't it? You could already put that in. So up it goes, just to stop the pot falling off her head. Like that. That'll be nice. And then her other hand is going to come in and just hold her mum's like that. So you know that they're holding hands. It's obvious, isn't it? Right, so we'll just put that in there like that. There we are. And now we're going to put a dress in. So let's decide how long the dress is going to be. The dress is going to be a bit shorter than mum's, like that. I think that'll do. And then we're going to come down. We'll make it rather than a wrap, we'll make it like a little pinafore. Okay? So we'll do a pinafore like that. Just hanging off the shoulders a little bit, like so. This one. Got it? You're going to be good at this. Did I ever tell you I wanted to be a fashion designer? I did when I was a kid. I always wanted to be a fashion designer. And my dad said, you couldn't... He was back in the 70s. I mean, hats off. He meant well. You know, it... He said, you'll never make a living out of art. You need to get an academic degree under your belt. You need to do academics. It's the only way forward for a woman in the 70s, he said. You know, and maybe he was right. And so I did an academic degree instead of an arty degree, and I didn't go to Fashion Design College, which was next door to Fort Pitt, which is where I wanted to go, and I even got a place. But I didn't go there. And so I'm a closet fashion designer. Always wanted to be, never got there. Right, see, so I've got a little dress. Just a little pinafore, simple, loose. A little bit of that going on along the bottom. I mean, if you wanted to, you could do the same as her mum and split it horizontally. But I thought it'd be nice for a contrast. But she loves the old bangles on the arm. She loves that, same as her mum. She wants to be like her mum one day, see? So she's going to have bangles as well. There you go. Straight away. Should we give her some earrings as well? There's earrings as well. We're going to do little dangles on her earrings because she's just a little doll, isn't she? Gorgeous. Now, feet again. Are we comfortable with this? Lovely, isn't it? Let's have a look. Feet next. So she's got really skinny legs. She's a little skinny mini, right? So we're going to give her long legs like that. But she's standing behind her mum, so we can't bring her right down to here. The base of her feet is more like here. Do you see what I mean? Because she's behind mum, isn't she? Mum's at the front. She's a little set back. So we'll just give her little skinny legs, and we're going to make this foot the one that's on the side. I mean, she's not emaciated. She's just got, you know, she's stretching, isn't she? There you go. There you go. So you've got her heel, like that. Down it comes. That works. Quite a big foot. That's all right, though. It works. It's like when you see young puppies. They grow into their feet, don't they? Do you know what I mean? And kids do the same. There we are. So that's her foot. That leg looks a little bit skinny, but that's all right. It works. And then this one, then we're going to do one at the front as well here. So we'll come down again, skinny little leg, little bit of an ankle, and then you've got to have you've got your triangle again. Here comes the triangle, right? Big toe there. Can you see this all right? Is it? Look, let's have a look. See? Big toe at the front. And then what we're going to do is just put the little toes in like that. And then straight away, so we've got, look, I'll do it upside down. It's not because I'm showing off, because it is basic. There you go. So you've got your triangle, like your little funnel. There we are. And there's her foot. We cool with that? Then when we've done that, then we can just put her dress round the back. There you go, smashing. So from the top, look, we've got the mother and the daughter already. I think we've done a fantastic job, don't you? There we are. And her hand, how's yours looking? All good? I'd love to read your comments. There we are. She's looking good. How are you? Are you happy with yours? And before you start thinking, right, yeah, but Barbara's an illustrator, Barbara's a professional, No, she's not. She got O-level art. That's what she got in the end, and that didn't even go that well, okay? I'm not a professional. And I think what I really understand is I'm getting better. I really am. Even just since our lockdown, my drawing skills are improving immensely. I think 2 months ago or 3 months ago, I wouldn't have been able to draw her so well as I did yesterday, for example. But I got to show you. Let me show you where I went Saturday, because if you see it, you won't believe it, right? Saturday, when I started trying to do this, do you remember I showed you a couple of weeks ago that I work on tracing paper, and the reason I do this is so that I do overlays. Like, that's where we ended up. That's where we ended up. Look, there's my sketch. See my pencil sketch? And then what I do is I put it back over the top, and then I ink it so it's all lovely. So it's proper. And on this area, see, I did the noses as well, just lines down the face. They look gorgeous. But I thought we'd save that and do that together, right? But let me show you. You want to see where I was Saturday? Look at this. I drew him and I thought, oh, I'm not sure about him. Who'd want to draw him? He looks, you talk about scary. Look, he was really rough. So then I had another go. I thought, I'll turn his head so he's not staring at us. Right. Look, he looks like a Welsh miner. I was trying to do a lovely headdress. Pathetic. Look, seriously. And then I thought, no, abandon, Barbara, abandon. This is not going well. So I went to bed. I slept on it. And when I woke up, that's what I came up with. But I wanted to explain to you, look at him. Can you imagine if I'd said on Monday morning, right, we've got to draw this Welsh miner in a blanket. It was frightening. So don't think for a minute that I can just knock these out of the ballpark. It doesn't work like that, okay? It doesn't work like that at all. But I'm it's practice, isn't it? Practice and looking at what you're looking at. I think that's the other thing, is looking at what you're looking at and saying, yeah, no, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Yeah? So let's have a look. It's 10 to 11. I have a suggestion, right? I have a suggestion now. I wonder, are we going to get him done in time? What about if we now, just for 10 minutes, I think, what should we do? Should we pen her in, or should we just persevere and do him next? Come on, let's get him in. Let's get him in now, right? Because then you can pen it all, can't you? You know how to pen. But we could do it together. I'd love to do the penning. Let's do the penning together tomorrow, all right? Let's get the shape in first. So the next, what we want to look at now is where his head is, because this is key. Where he stands is important, and he's going to be taller than her. So let's just get his head in. Right. So he's going to be close to her, right? A bit closer maybe. That'll do though, because you want to hide his hand, right? He's going to be stretched otherwise. So just think, if you've got his shoulders coming in here, so his head's going to be about there. Okay? Let's get his head in there. It's all about getting the shape in, really, and then you can always go back. So there's his neck, right? He's got quite a long neck. There you go. There we are. There's his shape. There's his robe. round it comes. Right, we'll do that in a minute. So we've got him in the right place, you see? That's the key. It's all about positioning, see? And then we're going to put the spear. We know how to do spears. We're experts at these. So we'll get the spear in, like that. You cool with this? Everybody happy? Can you hear me all right? Suddenly thought, oh no, I hope so. Yeah, of course you can. Right, right, so we get the spear in. There we are. And then that's going to come down there like so. Right, so that will come down here and it will be down here somewhere. And then we're going to make let's make a shield. A shield. Because it's going to be a beautiful opportunity, isn't it? The shield is going to be a brilliant opportunity to make some fantastic patterns. So we'll make a shield like that and then try and make it symmetrical. Right, so if that comes like that, that'll do. This is a bit thinner, this shield. That's all right. Right, shield's in. Nice, big shield. Bigger than that one. Everyone's original. Everyone's original. How are you enjoying yourselves? Stretching. I know we're stretching ourselves. I know it's a challenge. But do you know what? It's going to be brilliant when we get this down, right? Bearing in mind, we've got the SHAC one. This is just you having a go, right? Proving. See, you don't know. You might be the world's best illustrator. You don't know yet. You haven't. Until you try it, how do you know whether you're good at this or not? Okay? So this fella, he's got the serious neck. You know the rings around his neck. Right, there you go. And he's also got the jewellery. So we'll give him a bit of, look, we'll give him some jewellery around the neck as well. He's quite ornate, this chappie. He's got all the gear on. Right, round we go. So we've got a necklace as well. We need to do his headdress, but let's get his body in. Cool with this? So now he's going to have a wrap around. So it's going to go like that. And then easy, right, down it goes, over his shoulders. And then up over, just like the geisha again. So we're going to go up like that. But he's got a waist. See, so his waist is going to be about here. Yeah, about there. And he's got a little belt on that's tying it all in. So it kind of hangs. So that bit hangs over there. That's all right. It's a bit different to the one I've done. But that's okay. There you go. So there's his waist. You can put his waist up a bit higher, actually. It's a little bit of a hipster, this is, isn't it? Right, scrap that one. Look at what you're looking at. That's all you've got to do. Just keep looking at what you're looking at. If that's his waist, maybe he does wear it on his hip, though. I mean, it'd be... yeah, maybe... Yeah, I think probably that's better. There you go. So you've got that round there. Then he's got his hip going on. Now, this is where it comes out for his dress. He's a little bit further away from the daughter than the other one, but that's okay. So there's his dress look, if you like. And he's got the wrap, hasn't he? Opportunities for doodling. That's what that is. Right, so he's got his waist. Look, it's not that hard, is it? So it's wrapped over here. There's the one layer, like that. Then there's a layer underneath there. So you know we're going to do some lovely shading in there. Look, straight away. Right, so that's that one. We could do a couple of pleats in there if we felt inclined in a minute. Doesn't have to be now, but yes. But you see the logic behind it. Then you've got this layer here, and then that layer there, and then that layer there. So you've got all these lovely layers. That one will go over the top of that one. So then that's going to be a shadow there. That's going to be a shadow there, like that. See? And now we've got his leg, haven't we? So this is going to be the triangle one with the big toe there. Right, you want it? So let's say, for example, he's got bigger calves. So he's a warrior. He's a hunter, gatherer. If you're making if you're making the grandmother out of him, then just thin the whole thing down a bit. Yeah? Just do another one of her, but a number bigger, not a dress size larger. Right. Okay, so there you go. So she looks a bit homelier. Right. So we've got that one. We've got his little toes. 5 of them. I'll do a twelve catch tank. Right. He's got really big legs. Right. Ankle. He really has. I need to thin his leg out a little bit. He's got a neck like a giraffe and he's got a foot like an elephant. Right. Okay. Come in a bit more with his ankle. So he looks a bit more athletic. There you go. Look. Let's get his leg. Do you know, it's so fun though to have this kind of ability. Not, I don't mean skill set. I mean the fact that you can draw what you want. Do you know what I mean? It's entirely up to you, isn't it? How big his ankles are, or how fat his legs are, or where he's standing and what he's wearing. I mean, what a powerful ability that is. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. There you go. That's a good one. I'm happy with that foot. And then this one, so imagine he's got his legs going up there, he's coming down there, and then his ankle is about there. Not his ankle, that's his heel. Right, all right. In fact, do you know what? Let's just pop his toe out. Look, that's it. Yes, that's all you've got to do. Look, just bring his toe out like that, and a couple of, there you go, and then step away, and you'll see it looks like he's like, yeah, you know what I mean? He's poised, isn't he? He's in stance. He's like, yeah, come on then, bring it on. Look, look. If you had to do a speech bubble, he's saying, yeah, come on then. Come in a bit closer. Right, headdress. Let's do the headdress. Ears, halfway down. I know it always looks as if the ears are too far down, but that's about right. Halfway down the head the ears are. Right? Then we'll do like the bit at the top. So what we're going to make a headdress that's this shape. This is going to be nice. Like that. There you go. Make it as big as you like. Because there you go. So that's his headdress. You on this? And then get rid of the top of the head, and suddenly he looks so regal. Check it out. Look. Oh, doesn't he look gorgeous? Right, so we've got his headdress like that. And then we're going to put in the feathers. So we've got this great big, this is the symbol. This is the symbol from the tribe. Right, so let's do that. And now come the feathers. So we're going to do 3 feathers. Look, I'll do it hard so you can see it. Right, we did this, and then the feather, do you remember? Let's just do the shape of the feather. Come on, we did this when we did the Native American Indian. Right, so you've got the shape of the feather. Let's do the other one that way. Let's just get the shape in, and then we can always do the other bits. Then this one's going to be sticking up like that. So you've got your shapes in, like so. And then you start adding, do you remember when we did I wonder if you can see it from this side. Yeah. Remember when we did the shapes of they have these, do you remember they cut in like that, don't they? So it makes it look more authentic, like so. And then this one, for example, up it goes, down, little cutouts, isn't it? Do you remember? Just little cutouts of the feathers. You remember this. Wasn't that long ago, was it? Oh, wrong. It's only because I'm aware of the time. But do you know what? Bank Holiday Monday, I think we've had a fabulous time. Do me a favour and follow, like and share this so that other people can come to Africa with us. Look, doesn't that look good? There you go, look. There's his feathers. And then, and this goes right back to a doodle that we did. Do you remember when we do grasses and then we twist them round like that? Do you remember? So you can bring a grass up round the back and then it twists. So you can bring it up like so and then round the back. And you could bring a twist like that. We did it almost in the very first, look, like that, and then twist it. So you've got some grasses in there. Let's do another grass there. This is a good one. Hanging over the edge like that. There you go. Nice. Bit wilted, but that's the whole idea. It's a symbol. It's symbolic. Let's call it symbolic. How about that? Have you enjoyed this? There you go. So there's our fella. Don't worry about his ears are quite high up now. Now you look at it like that. Let's get rid of his ears there. Bring them down a bit. See, straight away, when you bring the ears down lower, it looks more logical, doesn't it? Of course it does. Who's got their ears up? Well, we haven't. Okay. Right, there you go. So there's your crown. There's your feet. He's really cool. I might pursue this one. And then the spear, I'm going to use a ruler for this. And I know we're taking a long time over this, but what an accomplishment. Right, so the spear is going to go there. I'm going to go right through to her arm, up behind there you go, like that. And then, again, up we go to her arm, round the back of the pot, like that. Boom! How cool is that? And where is he holding it? He's holding it right behind that pot. No hands. Okay. Maybe he's just stuck it in the ground. Doesn't need any hands on it. He's got his hand in his tunic. There you go. And there's the beautiful shield, ready to be adorned. There's our beautiful family. Isn't that great? How did you get on? How did you get on? What great therapy, isn't it? Let's have a look. What great therapy this is, you know? And it's when you let go, you just let go and you think, I can do this, you know? It's only a bit of paper, look, a bit of copy paper and a pencil and a little bit of guidance, breaking it down and a rubber key. God, dear, oh dear. It's good to have a rubber, you see? And then you can change it and change it and change it. And then tomorrow, when we get together, we can ink it, can't we? Should we do that? Or you could ink it on your own. Or let's have a think for a minute. Maybe that would be a good idea. I'm just trying to think. If we ink it together tomorrow, it wouldn't take 10 minutes, would it? That's what we're going to do. We're going to ink it together tomorrow, right? Don't worry about it. You could take your digi-download as well. Print this one off. We'll make sure, Lucy, you'll do me a favour. Find that in the Dropbox and then we can print that out. Or Jim will do it for me. One of them will do it. I know they will. And then, yes, and then tomorrow, just so that we're all on the same sheet of music, we'll ink this together. We'll put the ink in and then we'll go in with the doodles. That's what we'll do tomorrow. Because this has been a really, really challenging day one in Africa. I know it. But it's okay. So tomorrow we'll ink this and then we'll start filling and doing the patterns and the doodles and then we'll do the rest of the story. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed that. A wumba way, a wumba way, a wumba way, So you know what I mean? I know you get those music, you'll be singing it all day now. In the jungle, the mighty. I just wanted to leave you with that little music worm so that you get in the zone and you get into the happy, it's happy. And then tomorrow we'll sing Hakuna Matata, okay? Stretch, be happy, be grateful. We're doing it. You know, and it's a great opportunity to hang out together. I'll see you tomorrow morning and 10 o'clock, as always, and go on over to Clarity Worldwide, the Facebook page, and let's have a look your sketches. It would be brilliant just to see your sketches. And then if you feel like it, we can crack on and we can use the upload. No pressure, no pressure. This is supposed to be fun. This isn't a competition, it's fun. Lots of love. Have a smashing bank holiday Monday. Get out in the garden if you can, if you've got one. And I'll see you tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Bye-bye now. And thanks, Lucy.